don't need your 2 cents, cause shutting up is free.
At what point is abortion?
We don't need your 2 cents, cause shutting up is free.
Why is it always the most obnoxious people, prancing around so smug, that are out there shouting in the streets? I don't think they're actually promoting anything. I think it's all just their ego. Welcome to Dave's Club. I'm glad you're here. Shout out to Nick Shirly for putting up this video and exposing what's really going on in a lot of these protests. In this video, Nick explores protests at the Chicago DNC. And what's really interesting is as soon as he starts asking questions, the protesters don't want to speak. And many times they chase them out, which, in my opinion, is highly suspicious. What are you trying to hide? All right, let's check out the video.
To the city. And they are all arriving on these buses. They are not just protesters, they are paid protesters by people like George Soros, or countries, even such as countries like Iran and Iraq, are giving money to these groups of protesters here inside the United States to cause havoc here inside the city of Chicago. Regardless, it is actually crazy that there are paid protesters here in America to cause havoc inside the country of America. And just to show you how expensive this costs just a city, just alone, all these bikes right here, there's probably upwards of 200 bikes right here, are all police officers. And if you think that each police officer is at least getting paid 25 bucks an hour, that's thousands of dollars per hour the city of Chicago is having to pay just because of all these paid protesters. And now we are going into where all these protesters are at. We're gonna start talking to them. A large majority of these protesters don't even know why they are protesting. So we're gonna go in, see what's going on, ask these guys why they're protesting, if they even know why they're protesting, and then we're gonna try to figure out how much money they're getting paid to protest. What group are you guys with?
Palestine Solidarity.
Palestine Solidarity?
We're out of Michigan.
Out of Michigan. So you guys drove all the way in from Michigan?
We took a bus.
Took a bus.
I'll bet you that she could not find Palestine on a map, and that she doesn't know the first thing about Palestine.
We've heard that there's like groups that fund it. Are you guys funded by Iran or like other countries? My name's Nick Shirley.
And
I'm just a YouTuber.
I can't talk to. I don't know who you are, and I don't know.
We have just heard that like some protesters get paid. Is that true? That some of the protesters get paid here?
Have a great day. Bye.
But is it true or no?
You can leave now.
Well, the first attempt went in. We asked them, everything went good until I asked them how much they got paid, and what happened.
They told us we can go. They don't want to talk to us, but they are from Michigan. They've been here all day, and they were bussed in.
So they are getting paid something, but they obviously, when the price came up, they did not want to tell us. We headed over to the park where the protesters were gathered, and the police asked the protesters to evacuate for the night, and this happened.
You must immediately disperse and leave the immediate vicinity now by taking the following designated and available route. If you remain in this immediate vicinity, you will be in violation of the law and subject to.
Does it feel like being a fascist pig?
As the police were giving their orders, this lady came in and started yelling at the police.
But this is a public park and we're not doing anything. Have some kind heart and let them just be. They're not doing anything. I want to go home to my kids. They want to go home to their family. Everybody want to go home.
So who's stopping you from going home? The police are telling you to leave. Such bullshit.
This lady is the same lady I met at the first presidential debate in Atlanta, Georgia. And now from Atlanta to Chicago, it's about a 10-hour long car ride. And for her to be the leader at this protest and also be the leader at the protest in Atlanta makes me wonder if this lady is a paid protester. And she also did the exact same thing in Atlanta where she screamed and yelled and tried to get everybody riled up. And the organization here is actually pretty crazy. They got thousands of dollars worth of signs and equipment for any protester that shows up here so they can be a part of the movement. Are you guys paid protesters here, or you guys come in?
We're not paid protesters. I just got the military about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And since I've been home, I've seen people on the street, veterans on the street. You know, the cities have changed. Everything has changed. The country's gotten worse. And you've got these kids out here, these people out here. They're, of course, protesting something that is noble, that is important. However, we have a big problem in our nation with our people and our communities. We have to focus on that before we can focus on anything else.
Yeah.
It's important to be, care about other people. As a Christian, I believe in that. But at the end of the day, our people are in need. They're in need of support. And if we just abandon them, we're no better than the politicians that are doing it.
Should we put America first and then work on the other stuff after?
Of course.
Then a large group of protesters moved to Michigan Avenue, a busy street in downtown Chicago. What does miso mean?
Stop there's abortion.
What are you guys dressed up as?
I don't want to talk to anyone. Thank you, though. I'm just.
So what are you guys protesting for?
We are medication abortion. I'm the first pill, and this is the rest of the regimen. We're Miffy and the Misotones.
Oh, Miffy and the Misotones.
That's right. We're all pill pop group here to spread the good word about medication abortion, about how safe, effective, and legal it is all over this country.
So you guys are pro-abortion?
Naturally.
Okay. At what month do you consider abortion to be murder?
Thank you so much. You can move on.
I'm like curious.
Thank you.
Curious.
Appreciate
Like, is there a day in the plan when there's a child that there's considered murder? After asking a few questions, the protesters eventually got a little angry with me, and one lady even got so mad she got in my face and she spilled.
We don't need your 2 cents, cause shutting up is free.
At what point is abortion?
We don't need your 2 cents, cause shutting up is free.
She got spit on.
2 cents, cause shutting up is free.
Oh my God. Look at that woman. She's such a stereotype of the horrible, horrible woke leftist. Doesn't get any worse than that.
Yeah, I'm just asking you because you guys are here with the
We're here
protest
promoting this medication abortion.
Yeah, and
you're
I have
here
nothing against it.
Asking an aggro question.
They all look so smug and angry.
Yeah.
I have nothing against you guys protesting. I'm just asking you a question.
No, let me ask you a question.
And after asking a few questions, the leader of this protest, who is promoting this pill, decided to kick me out, and a man came after me and tried to hit me with a sign. Dude, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you getting in front of a woman?
I didn't know who that was.
But still, regardless,
What
treat
are
a
you
woman with
doing
respect.
getting up in front of other people's mouths?
I'm asking them questions.
What questions?
I asked them, at what point do they consider abortion not to be right? Because I'm actually curious.
Why?
Because they're promoting abortion pills.
Are they?
So I'm asking, at what point is abortion not right?
I think they answered your question by telling you to f*** yourself.
Really?
Yeah, right?
I think you should. And because one protest was not enough, the next day, thousands of protesters were then bussed into the city of Chicago, as you can see here on this flyer. And this is just a warm-up compared to the riots at the end of this video. I'm not joking when I say these protests are planned and organized by outside groups, as they have literally bussed in people here just to try to cause chaos. And I don't know why. Maybe it's to try to disrupt what's going on here in the United States. And we're going to start talking to some of these people about as far as why they come here. Do you believe that any of these protesters here are getting paid?
This is absolutely not true. You know, I mean, it depends. People are coming in from all over. People are coming in from other states as well, so it's kind of hard to gauge like a specific distance for you.
So what do the green hats mean?
Sorry, so we can't talk to the press or National Lawyers Guild, legal observers.
And what do you guys do here at these protests?
We can't talk to the press.
Yeah, we can't talk to the press.
Dang. Who's funding you guys then?
We can't talk to the press. Yeah, of course they don't want to talk to the press because they don't want to be exposed for what they're doing. And actually what they are doing is they're bailing out protesters that get arrested, so there's no consequences for anything. No matter what they do, no matter what the protesters do, they just immediately get bailed out and there's no consequences.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to step away from me, please.
And remember these people in the green hats because they become very important towards the end of this video. Do you believe that any of these protesters that are here are getting paid to be here?
So, as a journalist, I broke a story in 2014 called Crowds on Demand. A guy named Adam Swart used to hire people to go flood people and treat them like celebrities, but he ended up transitioning to political events where you can hire crowds on demand to come out and support political activists.
Wow. Crowds on demand. You can hire a crowd. You can pay for it and they will come. That's crazy.
I can't say that I know or believe that there are any people being paid to be here, but I would say that with an event like the DNC and a city like Chicago that is this large, there's a good chance that this is a very organic crowd, if that makes sense to you.
But do you believe that any of these, we've heard a lot of these people are coming in from states all around the country. We've even seen some people from this protest that were at protests in Georgia. So it makes sense that it could be, it very well could be that a lot of these people are being bussed in from other states just to cause havoc here. Do you believe that to be true?
Well, I mean, that happens just about everywhere.
The protesters have now finished all their speeches at the park and they're heading down this road in just a few moments. I cannot emphasize how organized all this is. That street was once blocked, now the street signs have been moved and the protesters are going to be coming down the street in just a few moments. And now all of the protesters have arrived. And these protesters have their own escorts as they are here with these people that are called marshals that escort them through the entire streets here inside Chicago for this protest.
And if you are not media, we need you behind the banners.
Please back up.
What does it mean to be a marshal?
We marshal now.
What's the difference between a marshal and a police officer?
I can't hear you good.
These marshals have no right to tell me what I gotta do here.
I think anybody can be a marshal. They just pay you. Obviously, you're going to get paid. You put on the yellow vest, and now you're a marshal. But you really have no authority to tell anybody to go anywhere.
So who does that when they come through and they break down the fences? Is that instigators or is that
whoever's ignorant?
Do you think those people are paid protesters?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Just to make us look bad. You know what I'm saying? We came here to put a voice out to the world. We're not trying to do nothing bad.
And why do you think those other people would be paid to come to these places and cause disruption?
To make us look bad.
So who pays for those people to come here and cause chaos?
Hey, who knows? Government.
So you think U.S. government pays for them to come
100%.
here?
100%. Where do you think your taxes go? Where do you think your taxes go?
But you don't think it's like countries like Iraq or Iran to cause stuff?
Nah, they're with us. Iraq and Iran's with us.
You live right here, and how sick of you are you of these riots?
Man, I put my dog on the porch this morning, my dog was gone. So they stole my dog, man.
These guys stole your dog?
Yeah, so one of my, I spent $10K on a English bulldog and a bully, and I put it outside and put it in, and the dog was gone.
When these people come through here, are they peaceful or do they cause havoc?
Man, they're causing chaos, they're causing problems. You see what they're doing?
They are just screaming non-stop, providing no solutions to anything. Do you believe these people even have any solutions besides stop?
Nah, they just came here to do chaos. That's what they're doing right here. You're gonna see what they're about to do. They're gonna start fucking saluting and breaking stuff right now.
Why'd you push me, you dumb white?
What's the point of the mask?
International law.
Well, to spread the message, and a lot of people tend to look at something twice when there's art behind it.
Why do you think other people come here with masks? You got a decorated mask, but why do you think so many people come masked here?
Because there's something called the Canary Mission set up by Zionists where they take pictures of people and then they put them on a website and blacklist them from getting jobs or future opportunities.
Gee, I wonder why somebody would be blacklisted from getting a job or a future opportunity. Maybe because they're out in the street being destructive? Or maybe they're pushing really negative or even racist ideas?
Yeah, so that's why a lot of people come here in masks.
Yeah.
And what's your guys' message to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris?
That they they're spending billions of dollars all the way over there when their own people, American taxpayers, could be using that same people ending poverty, feeding the homeless, and paying for schools and a bunch more things instead of killing kids all the way and bombing hospitals and stuff like that. There's way better use for the money.
I went back down to the protest and one of the organizers all of a sudden started yelling at me for getting too close to the main people.
News? Yes. Let me see your credentials.
People in the yellow vest, and how do they have any sort of authority?
Marshals.
So those marshals are just people for the organizations?
Yep, they're organized volunteers, yep.
Okay, but they have
that's why it says marshal.
But they have no authority?
They're supposed to control their group.
I have now identified the leader of this protest right here. I'm gonna go talk to him. How much are people getting paid to be here? Nothing? Are there any paid protesters here?
Are there any?
Paid protesters?
Absolutely not.
No?
Are you serious?
That's just what we heard on the news.
We are here for Palestine, 100%.
Okay.
People took off of work, took off of school. They closed their businesses in Illinois and in Chicagoland area just to come out today and protest for Palestine.
So no paid protesters?
Absolutely not.
Now, I would like to believe that these organizations and these protests are not funded by outside sources or planned from outside organizations. However, what I'm about to show you here at these riots, I think will prove otherwise. Wait, how do I get in if I want to get in?
You can't. If you're press, you step the fuck back.
Oh, I'm not press.
You got a little protesting?
Yeah, I'm here to support.
Not with that camera.
What's wrong with the camera?
Yeah, you're putting people's faces on it?
Hey, No media, right?
Yeah, I'm setting a boundary. You have to respect that. You can't come into this space with that camera.
Wait, I didn't even do anything though. Okay, I'll go to a different spot, I guess.
Ignore this guy.
Wait, I didn't even ask any questions. Wait, are we gonna try to go inside the building?
They're locked.
We're not talking to prep. We're not talking to prep.
Well, I'm trying to join you guys. But are we trying to go in or no?
I'm not talking to prep.
I'm claustrophobic. Can you please stop?
Okay, step out.
Wait, I just want to know if we're going to go inside or not.
Are you here with us?
I'll go with you guys. Are we going to go in or not?
Step out.
I'm trying to figure out if we're going to go inside this building or not. Hey, what's the gas mask for?
No media, sorry.
No media? What do we hope to accomplish with this protest today?
I'm not talking.
Right now we have a line between the police and the Palestinian protesters. And here is a circle, and this is where all hell's gonna break loose right here. We got the riot squad that has just pulled in. The riot squad has pulled in. I'm not trying to get hit by one of these guys. I back the blue, I back the blue. We got the chief police officer right here and the leaders of the Palestinian protests. They're trying to make a peace agreement as to where they can march to. And it looks like the protesters are not cooperating. And remember these guys in the green hats? Well, they also showed up to this protest. These guys in the green hats right here, they're taking notes as to the timestamps and as to what is happening. So that way, when they have to bail somebody out, they can bail them out. And these guys in the green hats, they take notes as to what is happening at each moment inside the protest. So that way they can bail out the protesters after they have been arrested.
The guys in the green hats taking notes. Very, very well organized.
The protesters, and now everyone's trying to fight against the police right now.
To see Ben Shapiro explain why college students support Hamas, click here, and I will see you over there.